Wagwan Gangdom. Today is May 13th. I got a quick recap. I'm waiting for my dad to pick me up. I just thought I'll make the video now. So I took one trade today. This was completely unnecessary. This was just me being a little emotional dick, little emotional pussy-odd kid. Bro, they're doing some dance showcase outside. It's like not to hate, but it's like low-key the cringiest thing I've ever seen in my life, bruh. But anyways, so the trade was on GBP JPY, as you can probably see. So bro, why is my computer tweaking? Bro, do you hear that Indian music, bro? Shit, it's annoying as fuck. Bro, what the fuck? Okay, so today was CPI. So that's the first thing I wanted to get out of the way. That's one reason why I was being stupid, because I entered on CPI. I traded on CPI, which I never do. It was just me getting emotional, and I learned my lesson again that I shouldn't be trading on CPI. So that is something to learn. I'm just gonna pretend like I'm on a call or something, so I don't look like I'm talking to nobody. What's the website called? Hello. Okay, so as I said, today was CPI, and I was being a little dumbass. So 4 hours bearish coming into market open. We had not inversed this gap yet, and even after we inversed this gap, I was holding my bias, showing that I was not willing to switch my bias just because of the inverse failure gap, and that meant I did not follow my plan because of that. It looks like we inversed the gap, but we actually didn't. It was still not fully gapped, but yeah, still even after this kind of close, I should have just maybe not even looked to a trade. What the? Maybe I should have looked not to take a trade, because it was probably not ideal because we were switching biases and everything. So that is something to learn, to switch my bias or just not trade at all after we confirm a new buy, like a new structure. So that's actually no, number two. So the first thing is number one thing is don't trade on CPI, which I already know. It's just I was being a little faggot today. And then number two, don't be married to my bias and be able to switch it if we change structure on the 4 hour. So that's two. So on the 30-minute, so we had London highs up here, London lows, Asian highs, Asian lows. So we closed above London, and we were coming into New York highs. So honestly, because we had closed above London highs, if I was going to take a trade, which I shouldn't have done, I was going to look for New York highs to be taken, and then we start moving down with a confirmation, because we had a 30-minute closure. So that is what I was ideally looking for if I was going to take a trade, which I shouldn't have been taking a trade. So that's the first mistake I made, was considering taking a trade. Yeah, bro, I'm getting so many weird looks right now. So then, right, we come, market opens, we take out New York highs. We don't have any movement. CPI news comes out. We go into the London high and we keep on displacing higher. Then we form equal high with some random high I just pointed out. This 4 hour high that I pointed out, which was just me trying to find reasons to enter and cope with the feeling that I wouldn't be able to take a trade. And then we take out this high. We have move downs, which kind of added to my idea that this was a good liquidity point, right? So now good reversal point, I mean. So we have so we inverse, we break structure here. So resuming that video that I didn't finish, so I think I got to the point of my first entry, broke structure to the downside with this down candle here, with this 5-minute closure below. Then I was looking for continuation confluence to the downside. We had this reveal gap here and this reveal gap here. Initially I was looking for equilibrium to get hit as well before entering, but that didn't get hit. We didn't even get the fair value gap, right? So I originally was thinking of not entering, and then later we formed a high, and then we formed a low down here with this bullish candle. So then we did come into equilibrium this time, and we inversed this gap, but I feel like we were just respecting equilibrium, and then I entered off a break of structure to the downside, and I targeted the London low with stops above here. So it's like a 0.93 risk reward. It's pretty good. But yeah, so I made like $7 off this because I de-risked heavily. So even after de-risking, I got stopped out right at break even, and then with that I got a bit annoyed and still thought that the Asian low and Asian highs were going to get interacted with, even though we confirmed 4-hour bullish structure. So I was looking for re-entry after we saw price moving down. I got emotional about that. I was looking for a price to break structure and inverse gap, and I entered short of this, which was a big mistake to make. And then I got stopped out after, which exactly shows what the heck I'm doing wrong. This is just genuinely a setup that I should not be trading. Maybe this initial one was like alright, but even after we took out London lows, I should have known that there was no reason for us to go short. It was in the back of my mind, but my mind was honestly trying to deny the information that was going against what I originally wanted to see. So that's just show my brain is not clear. And look, we just continued on higher and higher. So that just confirms that the 4-hour bias will hold 5 hour and stop out of sight. But I'm not the market makers, but I'm not freaking Warren Buffett or whatever, right? I was just so married to the idea that we would take out the Asian low, and that messed up with my thing. And literally looking at it now, 4-hour bias was up. This could have been a nice entry to go long after looking at that, but yeah, honestly, should have just not done anything today. With GBP USD and Euro USD, pretty similar things. 4-hour was bearish, looking for sell positions. If I were to find one, but I still should not have traded today because of CPI, and I was being a little bum, being a little emotional dweeb. I had London highs, London lows, Asian highs, and Asian lows, so I actually was trying to target the Asian lows, something like that. Yeah, so we did come into it. We did form a low here, looking for an inverse gap, and then a break structure to the downside for potential entries, but we just kept on pushing higher. And even with that, I was still thinking of entering to the downside with this candle break here. And that's just, I was actually looking to trade, not waiting for opportunities to come. And I just messed up with my brain, so yeah. And then USD, really similar thing. However, this one we were farther from the London highs. We ended up getting into them, and even still, once we kept on pushing, I was still looking for entries to the downside. I was just so down bad to take a trade because I wanted that dopamine hit or that excitement or like that feeling to make progress. But the real progress comes from me following my plan properly, following my plan and being disciplined. So yeah, did neither of those today. Then I felt like poop, and then I ate like poop as well. Then I relapsed, and then I went on a run because I felt like shit after too. So yeah, I was honestly considering switching my strategy, but I feel like I just have to be patient. The only thing I need to wait for is really just being patient with not entering the low quality setups. I just have to be patient in between the times the setups show and just not enter on the meaningless setups. Just look for the high quality ones. But yeah, that is all today. Pretty bad day.